Angela with Trippin2Up.
I'm John.
And we're here to teach you how to motorcycle camp. There's so much to see and do out there. Let's go have some fun.
All right, Trippin2Up.
All right, we're off on our journey. We're past Salida here, heading to Buena Vista, and then we'll head on up to Leadville after that. This road's pretty familiar to us, but it never gets old. It's just beautiful. There's the Collegiate Mountains off to the west, and just nothing but a straight road in front of us. What a great way to start the trip. We're in Leadville now. It's always fun to ride through Leadville. This is July. And suddenly, it starts to rain, not a big deal, and it snowed a little while we were riding through town. But look, the weather cleared right up once we got through town. I just wanted to make sure we got rained and snowed on once in the trip. So, man, beautiful country out here. Hey, we're just sat down what would we be, south of Minturn, maybe 10 or 15 miles. We're not sure how far out we are. Found this great little campsite. We got a little turned around out of Leadville, took the wrong turn, so it took us a while to get back on track, but we made it. We dodged about 4 rainstorms, got wet once, but it was warm enough we dried out, so that was nice. We found a creek and filled up our life straw bag, and we're purifying some water as we speak. We're also trying out this new solar charger that Elizabeth got for us. Wireless headsets continue to fail, so we're going to see if we can charge them up again and see if we can get them to work. They're just not working right. But anyway, it's been a good day of travels. We're a little tired. We rode pretty hard today, and here we are. Okay, here we are, our first night out camping. Do you hear that sound? It's very familiar to us.
We're in the tent, we're on the motorcycle, it's raining.
It's pouring! Anyway, here we are.
After our first rainy night north of Leadville, we headed on up to Rifle Falls. This is a great little state park I've always wanted to visit, but we've driven by, and this time we made it worth our stop.
I had no idea what to expect here. Gosh, I was really surprised. The hiking around there is great. The waterfalls are just amazing. You just find yourself staying there. And then also around the waterfalls, there's lots of caves that you can hike through, so we enjoyed that. Also, this is a great stop. I think we got in there without a reservation, didn't we?
We did get in there without a reservation, which is surprising.
Yeah, we took a long shot. They said, we have a great site for you. So we pulled in and set up, and then just had a great afternoon and then evening of hiking.
So we're in one of the caves behind Rifle Falls. There's a bigger one. I took a picture of John. This one, the sunlight's kind of coming through.
Pretty cool.
Just kind of give a size. John's a pretty big guy. I believe this is Colorado's smallest state park, and it is well worth a visit. As you can see, it is just beautiful. We're in a walk-in tent site at Rifle Falls, and that's the trail to the bathrooms and water and such. So we're very secluded. It's wonderful. We have a nice picnic table. John's making some coffee and breakfast this morning. Fire ring, which we don't normally make fires. It's a really big campsite. Then we have a nice bear box, which these are so wonderful because not only do they serve to keep our food safe, but everything dry. It's the first night out we had so much rain. And then there's our wonderful little marmot, and we had a lovely, lovely night. The stars were beautiful. It was warm. It could not have been any more perfect.
So we had a great night here at Rifle Falls. This place is worth it. It's worth seeing. There's lots of hiking around here. We enjoyed it. The weather was perfect. Camping was awesome. These tent sites are really cool. They're spread out enough, and the park provides you with a cart because you have to park in a parking lot and then take your possessions on down. So this is a really cool system they've got set up here. Well worth it to stay here.
And considering how much stuff we have, we needed the extra large cart.
I got the extra large cart.
After leaving Rifle State Park, we went on to Dinosaur National Monument. This is something I'd always wanted to see. And as we get in, again, we didn't have reservations, but we asked and they said yes, there was plenty of camping, and so we got a great campsite. This is looking down over the campsite. As you can see, there are plenty of trees. It was very hot, but we had our choice of some great spots. A man did run his generator most of the time we were there, which was pretty annoying, but we still had a great visit here.
It's just a short ride from the campground back to the main attraction, which is the enclosed quarry. Here's a picture of it. There are so many bones in there. It's just unbelievable. The way you do this trip is at the bottom of it is you wait for a bus and they drive up it's a short drive up, but they take you up to the top of this hill where these bones are. It's not where you'd expect them to be. That's where they're at though.
But we kind of think that's due to the flood and all the dinosaurs running to the top of the hill. We also had a lot of fun with the murals and pictures.
Yeah.
So we're at the
Swelter shelter.
Shelter with the ancient petroglyphs. Some pretty cool ones. They've walled it off so you can't harm them, which is okay. Earlier it was 104. I think it's like 90 now, but it's still rather hot here. So we're on the Sound of Silence hike. We went back about 30 minutes. Now we're hiking our way back out. It's about 89 degrees. It was 104 earlier today, so this is good hiking weather. And we just thought we'd take a short one before evening.
This was a nice hike in the evening. Again, it's stuffy and it's hot back there because you're in a canyon, but it's worth it. Picked up something that looked like a piece of a bone. We did not keep it. We put it back where we found it, but it was kind of fun to find it anyway.
Our last morning at the monument, we went and visited Jesse's cabin, which is where an older woman that homesteaded the area with her family. Very interesting story pertaining to her and living back so isolated there. Also, it was really a great ride because it was mainly dirt and we got to explore more of Dinosaur National Monument that maybe some people don't see, and some wildlife, and it was just a great morning ride before we took off.
Here was a nice surprise as we were riding along. There was a bighorn sheep ram just off the side of the road. We eased up on him and tried not to scare him. He's a little jumpy,
But he let us get pretty close before he decided to move on. It was really cool to see him. He's a big guy.
I love turtles, and here is a beautiful silhouette that looks like a turtle rock. This river went right by our campsite, so it was kind of nice to have a little bit of a cool breeze off of it, and plus it just added to the beauty. This is an overlook looking down on where we camped, showing the river there and the trees, and now we're headed out of the campground.
While you're in the area, you got to stop here. This is the Fieldhouse Natural History Museum that is located in Vernal, Utah. It is really worth it as well. Just take a look. There is lots to see there, big displays, inside and out.
While in Vernal, we stayed at a very noisy KOA camp. It was not very relaxing, but we were able to do our laundry and swim and avoid some of the heat of the summer. So that was good.
We were finished touring in Utah and we're going to head back to Colorado. We're heading up to a place called Rabbit Ears Pass, which Angela had chosen to stay the night. We didn't have a reservation up there either. We looked around at the campsites. They did have tags on them. We found one that was going to be occupied the next day, but not the day we were there, so we grabbed that site. The flowers, this is the place we're stopping. The flowers are unbelievable. The lake is pretty up there. We hiked a good bit of the afternoon while we were there.
And as John said, the beauty was just over the top. We did struggle with mosquitoes. We were really glad we had the screen on the tent and lots of bug spray. But the beauty was just over the top wonderful. Good morning. We are on our last morning of our big trip. We had a great night. We were a little concerned last night. The wind got up and we were really concerned that the tent wasn't going to hold up, but it did. Yet go marmot. And then the wind died down and we woke up to a beautiful morning.
Yes.
We were packed and ready to go. Had a great trip. A few hiccups at Dinosaur. A man ran his generator from 7 in the morning till 10 at night, kind of close to us. And for those of you who have motorhomes and stuff, those generators are super annoying. Run them only when you have to.
Yes.
The other thing is we had some very hyperactive children next to us at a KOA, and it's kind of turned us off on the KOAs because the noise level, there were trucks going through. It definitely, but on the positive side, it was super hot and we swam in a wonderful pool. We got showers, we did our laundry, so we have some clean clothes. So it was wonderful. And this is our last night, and I'm a little bit depressed because to end on this type of beauty is wonderful, but makes me want to keep going also.
Okay, here we are. We're off on our last leg to this morning. It's not our last leg, but it's our last camping leg. 5 nights in the tent. It feels like we feel great. That climate pad is amazing. It just keeps us so comfortable. Angela mentioned the wind is starting to get back up again. We got a couple of times last night the tent went like from this shape to this shape, this shape to this shape. So it was pretty wild for a while, but it went down and we're safe now. Yes, our travels have been really good and we've just had a lot of fun. And now we're going to head through over Rabbit Ears Pass. There we go. I know where I'm at.
We're leaving Rabbit Ears Pass here and heading into Walden, Colorado. We looked at the map. It didn't look like it was too long of a jag through there, but we decided to go ahead and fill up in Walden, and man, were we glad. We started heading east across the landscape there. It is a very long ride through Poudre Canyon, but On the other hand, it is very, very worth it.
Yes, we had never been to Poudre Canyon, and we'd heard about it. We'd heard how beautiful it was, but it's quite a ways north of our house. And this is just a small taste. We really plan on going back someday and doing some camping there.
Thanks for coming along for this ride with us. We really appreciate it. Make sure that you press that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up.